Hello, today we will be discussing the waterfall effect and what happens beyond what we can see, along with what happens within our minds.
The perception of an illusion is based on how the brain sees the illusion, not just our eyes. When looking at the illusion long enough, our eyes will become overstimulated due to the light waves reaching from the eye from closer objects to diverge more. One of the objects, such as the swirly lines, will still be moving when you look away from the screen, as the light waves cause the brain to view things differently as the eyes diverge from looking at the illusion.
The eyes would ultimately be confused as your brain is telling you that the illusion is moving, making the eyes also see that the illusion is moving. In order to experience the effect, stare into the middle of the image for about 10 to 20 seconds, and then immediately shift your gaze to a nearby object. By doing this, you should see the normally stationary object appear to be moving. The eye then sends the information to the retina, which is a part of the eye, for what you see to the optic nerve in order for the illusion to be recognized by the ventral pathway.
The ventral pathway then tries to recognize the objects in order for the illusion to be better understood. When the ventral pathway then makes sense of some of the objects in the illusion, it sends the information to the primary visual cortex to then paint the picture on why the illusion appears to be moving. The primary visual cortex would then let the brain comprehend the image on why it's moving or has a distorted pattern.
The primary cortex would then send the information back to the eye to let the eye know that the illusion is indeed moving, tricking the brain and eyes to create the waterfall illusion. The illusion creates an altered perception that would overstimulate the motion receptors that allow you to see things differently. So when looking at any stationary object, the overstimulated motion receptors in the eyes would view its surroundings as if it were moving, while in reality, the object hasn't moved at all. This concludes the podcast discussing the behind the scenes of our mind's insight when viewing the elaborate illusion.